Well, speak. I'm live? Oh, yeah, ignore that countdown. We are back at it again with some more franchise fight night action. We're getting into the elite matchup, Sloths versus Orcas. Can't even speak, completely caught off guard. Sloths are coming out of match day 4, 8-8 whale defense. Orcas are going to be 12-4, which is insane. I can't believe we are getting such top tier talent coming onto the stream tonight. We're going to have the lineups tonight, as my knowledge goes. We're going to have Zach, Alpha Chuck, and Dank versus Roxy, Thigh Chad, and Nathan, I believe. I see Dylon in the game. Is Dylon subbing up into the elite game?
Ooh, big. I'm in favor of this.
Let me message him and see if he's playing.
Just message in the lobby.
That's fair. That's fair. Dylon, you subbing up? Question mark? Question mark. Oh man,
Straight to
this
the
could
point.
be a fantastic matchup for sure. Elite Series getting me nervous. He is there we go. Ahmed SA23 subbing in. They have Ahmed and Dylon. Seriously, they're going to legitimately run. No, wait a minute. They have Thigh Chad.
They do have Thigh Chad.
Yeah, they're gonna run Roxy, Thigh Chad, and Ahmed. Amazing.
Excellent. An opportunity to try out a free agent.
Definitely one way to do it. I mean, if you're 8-8 and you're looking for potentially seeing a sub, he's actually running Thigh Chad and Dylon?
I'm a big fan.
Dylon's going to be playing in the Elite Series. What a stud.
Here it goes.
Man didn't get enough winning out of the Chally series. Said, I'm going to sub in for Elite. Roxy gets underneath the ball, gets the flip reset, is able to get the second touch, but can't put it back on target. Zach, captain of the Sloths here, able to elevate quickly and get the touch. That's a shot on Roxy. Opens up the goal scoring affair 18 seconds in.
Yeah, now that I'm doing this, I'm going to have issues, so you're going to have to keep casting.
Okie dokie. Can they hear me? Are we all good?
Yes,
there?
everybody know. You're good. It's the sound, the game sound's not on. I have to make it on.
Gotcha. I will just keep it alive while you kind of figure out what you need to do, my man, and we'll just go from there. Good lift here. Roxy has control, elevates it. Dank has to last second slap it away to the side. Dank's keeping this alive here. Thigh Chad pops it over, has control, gets it past two, quickly taps it to the corner. Alpha Chuck's going to have to get control. No, Zach cuts it off. Didn't want to really let that roll in front of the goal, especially with the way things have been working. These elite teams are definitely out for blood for sure. For those of you who are rejoining us, I know we unfortunately had that intermission and we lost some of you, but the Whale Defense won the first series, coming back from a 2-1 deficit to win 3-2 in a best of 5. So Dylon is one step closer for sure to potentially forcing Unexpected's name change for an indiscriminate amount of time. We talked about it. Oh my, Roxy getting the second goal, pinching it off the defender and slapping that in. What is that angle? What is that read? Goodness gracious. Kickoff here going to be from Dank and Thigh Chad. I can't believe that one player has come out the gate throwing Mike Tyson level haymakers and is just willing to sweat it out. Dank getting at least one goal on the board, squeaks it in at the perfect time to slot this top right, and that is going to allow this to be a game once again. At first I thought this was going to be a runaway Roxy affair, just a good old clip fest, but no, we are going to see some back and forth action here. Sloths looking a little alive. Took a little bit of time to get going, speed of a sloth, but we'll see. Thigh Chad gets it off the backboard. Roxy tries to get the read. Dylon playing back, playing smart, playing safe. Going to keep this alive a little bit longer. Alpha Chuck tries to get this shot on target. Watched him with the Bakery last season in the veteran tier, was a top 5 SPV RPV player. I believe, I can't remember if he was overall MVP for Vet last season. He might have been, but he was definitely at least an all-star. So we'll see kind of how his elevation into Elite is going to pay off.
Bang.
The demo by Dank on Thigh Chad opened up the free goal. Zach putting in the equalizer, and now we are 2-2 with 2:56 left to be played. HUD, was that you trying to jump in on the casting side?
A little bit. I was trying to remember what these team names are, so unfortunately everybody had to look at the scoreboard for a second. But yeah, it has been it's been back and forth so far, boss. Obviously tied 2-2 just about at halftime. Both teams not able to get a foot really placed forward. We're working on getting the overlay fixed, and then I will make sure I have the gambling up, and we can really put some skin in the game here with in terms of the rest of us and not just the GMs who might have to change their names. That one's not going to go in. Long shot from Alpha Chuck. He might end up getting the push there, but can't quite connect. And hey, for a challenger player being on the pitch, the fact that it's 2-2, mildly impressive.
For sure, for sure. I mean, normally when you sub a player up, not one, not two, but 3 tiers. That is a steep skill level to climb. But Dylon is going to have to probably be triple promoted after this series, for sure. I mean, he is hanging in there pretty well. Pinch here, going to drift this high and towards the center. Dank puts this off the backboard, isn't there for the double touch, so instead Roxy is going to keep this in their own corner. Dylon has 100 beans, can't get this over Alpha Chuck. This is going to drop down center. Alpha Chuck was there, but couldn't quite get the ball to drift right. This elite team from the Whale Defense really... Oh my goodness, what?
Wow. What a ripper from Roxy. Chad with the long pass here, and just the absolute picture-perfect placement from Roxy Bird. Is just a staple gun to that top left side, and it now is the lead with 1.5 minutes left here. It's what a great turn and an opportunity to snag this one back as Dank puts one low. But yeah, what just a huge momentum shift, boss.
Man, you know, I thought Sloths were running slow, but Claymore, fourth man for the Sloths, just joined the match. So we've got the entire Sloths team here. A little after the start, Dylon keeping this team incredibly in check. I thought Ahmed was going to sub in there. That would have made probably the most sense to me, for sure. Test out your elite free agent instead. No, we're going to see some more Chally v Elite action. Alpha Chuck tries to get it past the legend himself, Dylon, but can't. Dylon wins that 50. Gets a little bit of a wave dash to kind of regain some speed without the beans. This is going to drift into a healthy Roxy shooting angle, but he chooses not to take the shot. Instead, Thigh Chad is going to have to wait for the bounce off the back wall to take control. Gets the push down, but Dank has a favorable spawn. Ooh, HUD, 28 seconds left. It's been a crazy game.
Almost that crazy for it to be 2, but not quite. Dank with the save. It's got to be one last push here for the Orcas. Time running out. Dylan with a big stop here for the Sloths. He'll stay underneath. Rather, this is for the Orcas. I know which teams are which without having to look at the scoreboard over and over again. You definitely haven't caught me in my greatest weakness. Here's Dank putting it to the backboard. No shot follows. Alpha Chuck can't get there, and the ball will touch down. Orcas just able to hang on there, and with the challenger player on the field, they get game 1.
Ooh, this has been absolutely insane. I mean, if you'd have told me Dylon was going to sub in for the Elite Series and drop 31 points, let me not drop that one.
3 saves.
31 points. 3 saves.
No shots, 3 saves.
Rolling in well.
A rotator.
I wonder if we're going to see any sub. Dylon subbing out. Man drops in, drops 331 points, and leaves. That deserves at least a rival promo. Come on now. Numbers. I know at least one of you's watching. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Please.
Just maybe a rival promo. I would definitely I'm in favor of me getting a rival roster spot before Dylon does personally, but I can't really have any effect on that any more than I already have tried. With that being said, though, go ahead, boss.
We could put him in vet. We could just put him above you.
That's totally fair. Honestly, with the way he just played, he deserves it.
For sure. For sure. I'm down. Let's make it happen. I'm just you have the power.
I wish I had the unilateral power.
All right, we have a double sub. Alpha Chuck has checked out for Claymore. Ahmed has checked in for good old Dylon 37, who could be looking at a different name change here. But at the rate he's going, 1 game up, 1 series up already. This is definitely where you want to be. Thigh Chad loses this over. Roxy's already elevated for the touch, tries to split the touch with Zach, but can't quite get it past. Instead, this is going to be a 50 split pass from Zach to Claymore. No, Zach decides to take a second touch. Claymore was there for the third, but it was read perfectly by Roxy, who is waiting in low post territory, ready for it. Gets the ceiling reset. Oh, goodness gracious. Roxy is... If there is, we didn't talk about an MVP pick from the last series because we were dealing with some technical issues and we were getting prepped for this series. But for sure, I'm not going to lie to you, this series so far, it's got Roxy's name written all over it.
Totally agree. Huge factor in game number 1, already stepping up here in game number 2. Still early doors, but a great start here on the front foot for the... Everybody's going to watch me hit tab Sloths. Minute gone here, and we're still level 0-0. A little bit more of what you come to expect from an elite matchup, and it's the elite free agent, maybe future player for the Orcas here, Ahmed, putting this one in to open up the scoring in game number 2. What a great strike, boss.
You know, if they needed a sub, I could have played. I could have played and subbed and been terrible. Tank this team's chances for victory. That's what they could have had.
That's
with
why they didn't ask you to play. Don't worry.
What an elevation from Thigh Chad. Quick connect to read that pass, get underneath the ball, take control, and then elevate it over the goal. That's going to be a nice, solid 2-0 start for this Orcas team. And the HUD, with winning game 1, going up game 2, it obviously happened last series where we saw a team go up 2-1 and then crumble. I don't think that's going to be the case with Elite. I don't think that's a solid possibility.
No, you know, one would hope that they would be able to kind of keep it together throughout the course of a series, but I've seen stranger things. I've seen teams that look much more dominant have much larger collapses, but it definitely has been a monumental start here, and it won't be 3 goals after a save from Dank. Roxy's going to turn it right back around, though, and just no rest for the defense of the Sloths. The Orcas right back after it. Thigh Chad up to the ceiling. Dank is there just to take up some space. Thigh Chad with the dunk over 2. Can the Orcas turn into some offense? It won't happen, but hey, they got a 2-goal lead, so no skin off their back. They'll regroup and just look for another push. It does not end with them, boss.
Not at all. Zach putting the angles on, but Roxy reads that with ease, looking like a Harry Potter from the 7th grade looking book. Not gonna lie, it is insane to see what this player is doing. Roxy takes the long touch. It's gonna be kind of high off the backboard. Dank tries to get it past. Roxy almost read the touch from Dank, which would have been nuts to cut out the off-the-wall shoot down to the ground. But instead, my man, I wish I was half the player that Roxy is right now. Absolutely.
Definitely playing at a great clip here. Really just running the point on the offense and then stepping up in the defense. Not able to get there in time. You notice Roxy not in the net. It's Ahmed and Shad trying to get the job done, and they can't. And Sloths will turn on that. I'm so sorry to everybody who's watching me hit tab. I'm working on it. And we've got some life here in the Sloths, boss. They've got a goal on the board, and there's still a lot of time left here in game number 2 to make something out of it.
And Thigh Jazz is going to be able to take this, kill a little bit of time here, taking it up. Great read by Dank. The long ball is going to be caught by Roxy, who takes it up the wall, collects the 100, has control still. They're going to stay with it, looking for the pass center, but Ahmed was just not quite far enough to get there. That was a really tough pass, though. A lot of power was put behind it. And with that much pressure being applied, it's really tough to just get on your horse and catch up to the ball here. Roxy stopped by Zach, who swatted that looking like savior coming down from the heavens. Zach's looking for the pass over to Claymore. Claymore putting it off the sidewall, looking for his own touch, but it gets shot across. HUD, minute 30 left. 1 goal separates a game 2 equalizer and a game 2 massive deficit. This is right where the Sloths need to be getting their goal.
Got to find a way to get it done here. They've got a bit of pressure here. It's a great exit by Thaichad, though. He's going to get something going off the backboard, and no shot will come out here from the Orcas. Ahmed turns back. Roxy Burr's got to make the stop here. Ahmed backing them up. Thaichad out over midfield. Roxy underneath. We've already seen them with a huge touchdown in game 1. Couldn't turn it into a shot there. Another shot from Ahmed turned away by the defensive Sloths, and 45 seconds left. They still have a chance. Another offensive opportunity. Zach can't quite get it done. Chad finds Roxy in the middle of the pitch. A drive just saved away by Dank. 30 seconds left, and the Sloths just barely hanging on to hope here in game number 2, boss.
25 seconds left on the clock, and this is a dangerous spot. Zach pressed up, but Claymore coming down was able to reactuate themselves and get the touch to keep this out of a potential 3-1 situation. Roxy puts it off the corner. Can't quite beat Claymore to it, but Ahmed is patiently off the backboard. Spider-Manning playing the best defense you can possibly ask for in this moment. Roxy tries to accelerate it, can't get it past. Roxy's up, bar downs, and that's still, even without the goal, is going to allow them to move up 2 games to 0, I should say. That was a close one. Roxy was very disappointed to not get that game-ending goal, even though they already had the win of the bag. That is a cocky competitor for sure.
And a big 2-0 win now to go up. Match point for the Orcas. We had a really long first series. We could have a short second one here, boss. And it's really been on the back of Roxy. I mean, you called MVP pretty early on in this second game, and they turned in another one here in game 2, and it's really shown 4 saves and an assist on one of the goals, just finding ways to make an impact all around the pitch and really carrying this Orcas squad to these wins. I won't say carrying in the sense of like that much better, but just kind of the glue holding the rest of it together.
For sure. You know, I almost thought about making a post again now that I'm thinking about it. We don't need to notify the rest of the league that we're back live again, do we?
I mean, I guess that's kind of... I wouldn't hurt, I suppose.
Well, I think we left at 44. We're currently at 28 for viewer count, so it's not like we're on a massive down point here. Going to see a kickoff in favor of Claymore. Almost had the touch. I was about to say good kickoff in favor of the Sloths, but Thaichad gave up body and limb to keep this game 0-0. Roxy tries to play cheeky, get over Zach, but can't quite elevate quickly, so Zach's able to split the 50 and keep this team on their heels. Roxy, it's elevated again, underneath the ball, gets the flip reset, splits the 50. Ahmed almost shoves it through, but Thaichad's got the protractor. It's cut out, though. Roxy, wow. Diving extension Space Jam style save is able to keep this game flat even.
Go Gadget arm save there from Roxy and the Orcas to keep this 0-0. It has just really kind of been the Roxy show so far here, and it's again off the hood of that Fennec into the back of the net for the Orcas. 1-0 within the first minute. A great offensive push downfield from Thaichad, and once again, Roxy just lurking around the edge of the box for that redirect right into the roof of the goal for the lead.
Kickoff. Roxy has control, gets the flip. Zach, though, is able to touch this so Claymore can follow it. This is going to be high center. Dank fakes the jump, decides not to press the tempo, and Zach is there. But it's going to be cut out by Roxy. Who else, honestly, at this point? Ahmed shoves it down. Roxy's there for the redirect. Zach trying to keep it alive. Ahmed centers this up. Thaichad's there for the shot. The booming touch. right on target to try and split the two defenders, but both defenders compressed in so quickly. I think we've seen that happen in Shally, where both defenders just kind of let it go through, and it looked like a really, really like just tight squeeze. And you could definitely see the difference in competition level as these elite players are just so much quicker and much faster in terms of just their general reaction time that it's just insane.
I think they're just a lot more comfortable in their rotations as well. They just know where to be and when to be there a little bit quicker. Although that's a rough back pass left out there from Dank. He's going to have to really cover off here. But Claymore does well to sweep in and force that 50, keeping it safe in the corner. Still a lot of time in this game, not in writing off a period for the Sloths by any stretch. They still have a lot of time to get this one back in their favor, but staring down the barrel of a 3-game sweep definitely is not a great feeling, and Dank will have to turn away another long-range shot from Roxy. Orcas just continue to cram possession down the Sloths' throats, and through halftime, they hold on to this 1-goal lead.
Roxy turns quickly, but it's cut out. Thigh-Chad's already up. Claymore, though, read it a little faster. Double commit on the defense might be an issue as Dank looks for Zach. The pass a little too far to the left for Zach, so they're going to force Zach up the sidewall, trying to keep this play alive as they're looking for another teammate to really take that decisive shot. Roxy splits the touch with Zach. Ahmed pushing it down to Roxy. Roxy's looking back center, but Thigh-Chad's so far back, playing cautious that they're unable to keep this going. Claymore misses the touch. Roxy's there. Thigh-Chad's up, elevated quickly. That's going to be off. HUD. I'm not saying that it's impossible to predict, but I feel like all of Roxy's goals have caught us off guard, and every time we expect a play to like occur, it just isn't there. And then when we get our hopes down, we're more relaxed.
Kinda
Boom,
like,
they slap us with a freebie.
Yeah, it's just that pressure style is so prone to kind of generating those snap chances. Here's a look for Thigh-Chad. It's not going to go. Ahmed lost connection. That's one of the tough parts about playing from the other side of the ocean, because I know that he struggles with that 120 ping most nights, so it is definitely hope he can get back in here. But right now the play continues for the Orcas, down a man with a minute left, up 1 goal. Do you think they've got it to hold on, boss?
I think, oh my,
oh,
Roxy!
Not only do they got it.
2-3 decides, hey, I don't need a third teammate. I'm still here. Let's throw in the goal. Oh my goodness.
Full send.
HUD. HUD.
Full send.
If I'm the Sloths, I'm going to be the meanest person on the pitch. I'm going for demos. I'm going for bumps. I'm going for anything.
Bang,
to not
another
lose. Another one. What is going on?
Just all crumbling around the Sloths here. It has not gone well for them here in Game 3. 2 shorties for the Orcas. They've got a 3-goal lead with 34 seconds left, and they're going to win the kickoff. Thigh-Chad gets the bump. It's an opportunity for Roxy. We all know what they can do. Loses the 50 there. Thigh-Chad back underneath of it. Dispossessed by Zach and Roxy there to clear it away. 2 pretty competent twos players, it looks like, boss. The rotation's covering each other off pretty nicely. They're just going to try to guide this game out without drawing any blood. 10 seconds remain on the clock. Claymore gets a bump. He's got no boost to do anything offensively. It's all Zach, but that one won't go. Put back from Dank off the crossbar. Thigh-Chad with the clearance. And barring any 0-second tomfoolery here, it won't happen. Orcas are going to take it on the short-handed, basically the penalty kill for the last minute. They scored 2 goals, and they take it 3-0.
This is definitely why this Orcas team is 12-4. I mean, come on. When they have that much talent between Roxy and Thigh-Chad to not only say, hey, by the way, we're doing solid where we can take a Shally player through Game 1, but in Game 3, they go 2-3 on the they're still playing on the front third. They're not sitting back, they're not playing cautious, they're playing up tempo, they're still taking shots, they're just elevating above the everybody else on the pitch, and I can't believe just that we just got to see that much of a just a continuance. It's insane.
Yeah, it was kind of a butt kicking. I don't know a whole lot of other ways to put it, but Orcas really came out here and got the job done. I mean,
Oh,
you cannot you can't. They had two handicaps. They played with a player 3 tiers below them for one game, and they played down a player in the third game. Like you gave them the two worst Rumble modifiers, and they still found a way to win both games pretty convincingly. It was an all-out dominance from the Orcas. I think they should feel pretty good about that one.
for sure, for sure. Now I'm gonna go ahead and back us out, and I will start getting another lobby set up here. That way we can get into.
I should back out as well.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. You know what I mean? Like,
Means everybody has to look at my menu.
yeah, but now we get to see sperm whales versus the lemurs,
Yes, we
moving
do.
at a pretty quick clip with that very fast, very fast 3-0. That means Unexpected's getting a name change tonight for sure. Now we just need to figure out what we're changing their name to.
Maybe I'll make a poll. No.
That makes me nervous.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Oh man, I mean, look, online polls seem to go bad every time. There's that one poll where somebody's like, "Hey, name my boat."
Oh,
And it
yes,
turned into
Bodie
Bodie
McBoatface.
McBoatface.
What do you mean that
Yeah,
went
like-
poorly? That went great.
Oh man, should we make the master teams play on Wasteland pitched?
No, I feel like they'll not like that. They'll ask for us to change the map if we do that. Oh, it kicked me out of the party. Send me another party invite.
Oh, it says you're in my party still.
No,
That's
I
lucky.
had it did debug.
I can't even kick you. I gotta like leave my own party to then re-invite you to my new party.
Excellent. This game is so good. I love Rocket League so much.
We could do Beckwith Park. Beckwith Park Midnight's a pretty fun one.
That's a solid one. That's a good choice.
We've got team settings set up. Sperm whales versus lemurs. Mutator settings are all turned off. Got to make sure. That'd have been real awkward.
That's not
Cool.
what anybody signed up
I'm
for.
getting.
Nobody wants to play Boomer Ball for stream. I think it could be fun.
Getting the lobby stuff made here is taking me longer than I would normally like.
That's a
Who
quite
are
all
my
right. It
captains?
gave me an opportunity to get the layup done, or the overlay done.
Well, I know I've got Buck here. I believe that's who we're the first person we're getting a hold of. But I need to figure out who the captain of the other team is.
Of which one?
Looking for the captain of Lemurs. I did not see one when I went to staff bot input.
Just send it to Pickle. Send it to Sergeant Pickle. They've been in chat.
Sergeant Pickle has been in chat. Let me send it to them, and that'll work. Oh, AGM. That would make sense.
That would.
Get that sent over. You know, and even though the franchise fight night penalty has already kind of been awarded, I do like the fact that the games are not. It's not really over. You know what I mean? Like there's still pride to be played for.
Yeah, we
And it's
still got a whole
gonna be
series to
really
play.
solid- yeah, it's still gonna be a solid matchup. Oh, Bucks got a Drew Brees jersey on. What a stud! I'm already rooting. I shouldn't be biased, but you know, being a Saints fan and all could be a problem.
Yeah, I was about to say, boss immediately forgets all non-biases and is like, a Saints fan?
Saints fan?
Who dey? Or who dat? Sorry, wrong city.
Who
Who dey is
God,
Cincinnati. I
in the
messed it up.
1v1 in the 1v1 I was wearing a Saints hat. And somebody said go Falcons, and I immediately just wanted to be like banned.
Can't believe you've done this.
perm ban from chat. Oh man. Mup Speptep. What is Mup Speptep? I gotta Google this now.
That's a dangerous game you're playing.
I'll look it up later. I'm sure
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
just
good
too
idea.
old to understand what that is.
That's probably
GG's,
a good
Roxy.
idea.
You played out of your mind.
Absolutely. 110% out of their mind.
I wonder if Buck and Sergeant Pickle have their DMs open because I messaged both, and I don't think either of them has joined.
There's a way to get around this.
Are you gonna ping them and say check your DMs?
I might just ping them and tell them to join, but no, I won't. I'll ping them. Yes.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm still trying to think of great check Fight Night Club Chat boss. Why did I read that out loud?
That's a great question.
Don't have perms. Where you be?
I'm not even in that server or that channel.
That's great. Let's keep it that
Yeah.
way. I promise you have
Well, there
access
are
to that
some
because
there
everybody
are
in me-
players in the
No,
lobby.
everybody in media has access to it.
Okay, so I just can't see, or I just haven't looked.
You probably haven't added it since Discord did that new channel
Oh
update.
yeah,
where you
that's
actually have to add channels.
a fascinating thing.
It's been both great and terrible because I've missed stuff. Thankfully, the suggestion has caught it a few times, which is actually how I caught that channel. But it's great. I love it.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It's oh man. Who dis new Twitch? We are still RSC. We're gonna be getting into a master tier matchup between the lemurs and the sperm whales. Ooh, message me.
Looks like we've got players in, boss.
We've got 7, which means we're still
close.
1 short.
Waiting on one. Hey, I'm gonna put the betting up now. Betting's going up. Here's Dylan.
Ooh, I'm still trying to figure out.
Here's Dylan.
Is he subbing in for the first game of Master?
Here he is. He's done it once already. Who's to say you won't do it again, boss?
I don't know if I can handle a Master tier Dylon win on stream.
Yeah,
Well, they're
no, I
not
think I would lose
joining.
my mind.
Oh, I wonder if I can't change the title to reflect the Whale Defense's team name.
Yeah, probably. I just changed it to what I've been changing it to in between each one.
That's fair. I tried to do team names and it said no.
Yeah, I did not like that one. I saw that
No
I
one-
saw that mod message come through of that returned an error, try again later.
Try again later. It should have just said try again never. Don't do it.
Don't use that word. Bad word.
They're good to join.
Are we confirmed that Dylon is subbing, or are we just we're just chilling? There's
Is he
no way.
really? Dude, that is the biggest flex. If he rolls into a master tier matchup and says,
Hold my-
easy peasy,
literally
lemon
hold my beer.
squeezy." My man, Dylon has control. What is this play? He went for the wall pinch off the sidewall. Are you sure he's supposed to be in Chally?
Is he handing his controller to somebody else in between each series?
He's letting
Like,
other people in his franchise
is this LAN party at Dylon's house and it's just a procession of everybody playing on the same account? Like, who's this man's?
Oh man, that would be like, that's literally disgusting. Dylon playing the tempo. Bulby is unable to get the clear away as Buck is there to swat it. Super elevates. Master tier for sure as the control is very prevalent. Lot of appropriate rotations in the cars. Buck tries to flick it over. Not a lot of beans in the tank, so they have to back off. Maddie takes the touch. Dylon keeps the pressure alive. Bulby opts to go away from the Chally and towards the Master Tier. Insane thought process that Dylon puts that much terror in anybody. Dylon, the Chally player, is just dominant. We can already feel the pressure on the pitch.
Gotta treat him like anybody else, although that demo is going to take Maddie off of the field. Here's Bulby with some space, some control. Dylon with a 50 there. Gets it out towards midfield. Sergeant Pickle now with a little bit of room, and Buck and Maddie will combine for that save. Lots of forward momentum now for the Sperm Whales. Just a third of the game gone here in game number 1. Not a goal on the board yet, and passing play developing here. It's Dylon on the end and just out off the crossbar. Man, it would have been a ripper, but instead it'll turn into an apple for the long-range bomb from Buck. 1-0 the start for the Sperm Whales, and who would have guessed, boss? Who would have guessed?
I almost want to message Dylon and be like, buddy,
yeah, what's going on?
Are you just giving people your account right now? What's going on? Because that rip was just absolutely insane. Maddie wins the kickoff, gets the bump. Sergeant Pickle is in a one-on-one situation with the legend himself, Dylon. That's a tough break. Buck opts not to touch it. Lets this drop through the smoke. No vision acquired, is able to clear that away. And then Buck slaps Sergeant Pickle for a home run. The distance on the player probably should have been a demo with that much power, to be fair. What is going on? Buck turns, has the ball. Bulby tries to play this up. Maddie's there. It's going to roll into a favorable spot for Super, who's going to be looking for the double touch. Can't quite get it. Maddie bumps Sergeant Pickle. So instead, Dylon is going to try and play this up front. The pop. The secondary touch might drop this down. Sergeant Pickle, though, cutting it out. Quickly assesses the situation and realizes they can't let that form. They can't let that develop, so they need to cut it out quickly. My man, HUD, 2 minutes in, this team's up 1-0 with Dylon. Dylon's got 166 points.
And an assist.
Somebody needs to test this car.
Yeah, no, we need to make sure everything's within the legal limits here for sure.
Can we see his ping? Can we see can we see where he's getting pinged at for all 3 games just to double check?
Oh, big opening here, but Buck manages to shrug through the defense and the bump to get there for the stop. I figured out why the overlay wasn't working, boss. Do you want to know why it wasn't working?
Why wasn't it working?
I didn't turn my Bacchus mod on.
No.
After this game, I'll fix it.
How much you want to bet that Taz didn't
I don't know. I didn't think about that when we were troubleshooting his, but I thought about it when I was troubleshooting mine, and that's probably the problem because Blister says everything's working on his end. So after this game is over, we'll take a short, tiny little break for me to back out, update Bacchus mod, and get right back in. So we can keep going.
That's such an oof.
It is a big oof.
This drops down. Super's going to take the long touch. Dylon alone in the goal is able to clear this away in a favorable position to keep their team from getting scored on. Dylon chooses not to turn. Buck is getting boxed out. The big body plays. Bulby is going to have to get this past Dylon, but can't. Dylon takes the bounce off the corner, elevating it for Maddie.
Bang.
There's going to be a shot on the 50-50 from Dylon. The contest so early, so quick. Do not let me play this man ever so I don't get clowned on.
There's a big demo there, but Super not able to turn that into a shot. It was a great look into a moment of weakness exposed from Dylon there. We saw the challenger player for a moment, but he throws the fake and Buck gets on the end of the pass from Maddie to put it in the back of the net. I have to click OK. I've clicked OK. Wow, what a turn here. And game 1, Lemurs are looking like they're going to take it 1-0 or 2-0, boss. What a way to get it done. I guess this is game 2, isn't it? Two wins now.
No, this is
game 1. No, I didn't hallucinate a whole game. That's great to know.
I swear, if Dylon walked into Master Tier and took 2 dubs, I would be...
Yeah, no.
I'd be kind of shook.
No,
like,
instead he's just taken 1.
If they would pull up Roxy, I would have been like, oh, that makes sense. He's been popping off an elite. No big. Watching Dylon come in, get 1 assist, 2 saves, and 1 shot against master level competition is nuts.
It truly is. I am going to transition to this screen for a moment, and you're going to vamp for me. I'll be right back.
Roxy subbing in here for Dylon. Not really surprising. Do you need me to invite you back to the game?
I will once my game is back up, yes.
Totally understandable. My man, what's even more crazier about that last game is that the Lemurs had 5 shots. 3 shots for Super, 2 for Sergeant Pickle. And they were unable to get any of them to go ahead and go. Not to mention they had 0 saves as a team. This is not the start you want to see, but I'm not going to lie, I was so busy glazing Dylon that entire last game that I'm just...
I mean, it's a prevalent storyline. It's not every day you get to see promos come up and show out against players that are objectively better, I guess, is really the only way that I could say it. I'm ready for your invite whenever you can send it to me. But yeah, wow, it's been huge for Dylon. It's really kind of been the Dylon show tonight, to be completely honest. He's kind of he's played a part in every series.
HUD, are you sure you're online, my man?
Yeah, I should be.
I don't see you.
Look, I can send you an invite.
Oh, it says you're still in my party.
Oh.
No wonder.
Rocket League.
Oh, I'm going to have to leave, and then I'm going to have to invite you.
Rocket League.
There you go. You should have got an invite there.
Yeah, I got it. Inbound.
HUD joined the party. HUD joined the match. Will he start the production?
Yes.
Potentially. We'll see.
I'm ready to start the production when the players join the teams. Please tell them to join the teams. Yes.
Just did.
Yes.
So like we talked about after the last game, we're going to see the same 3 for the Lemurs. We're going to see Super, Bulby, and Sergeant Pickle. And then we are going to see Buck, Maddie, and Roxy Burr. Roxy, who, if any of you have seen as of the last series, popped off in the elite level, and we'll see how they fit into Master, if they're better or worse than Dylon. Maddie turns, gets the pop-up high, looks for the bump on Bulby, but can't quite get the touch. Bulby's still in the air, dumping a lot of boost, but is unable to get back to the ball to keep the control. So instead, Sergeant Pickle, playing the greatest team play possible, shoves their teammate into the ball. What a redirect touch from Roxy. The boom plays are still there, and we are probably going to see Chapter 2 of the Roxy coming in for Night at the... Oh, that's what we should do. We should make Unexpected Changes name to Night at the Roxyberry.
Okay. Seems like a very...
Have you not seen Night at the Roxbury? It's a terrible B tier flick. But Roxy's been popping off tonight. That's just what it needs to be.
Oh, yep, there it
is.
There it is. Hey, I got the overlay working. Here in game 2 of the last series. Isn't that wonderful?
I'm sending you this movie here so you can see
Okay.
this. Maddie looking for the ground bench. Can't get it underneath Bulby. So instead, we're going to see Roxy trying to keep this alive. Buck putting it center. Can't quite get it elevated over Super. Saw Roxy sitting in the sweet spot waiting for the Oh my goodness! What was that? Roxy, you need to relax. This is a family-friendly stream.
Yeah, no, it's Master, dude. Get flip reset on. And the team bump really doesn't help a whole lot there for the defense on the goal line. And, yeah, now Roxy comes in, just takes right over for Dylon. Really not a step missed, if anything. The Sperm Whales firing on another level. As that one from Maddie's just wide. It's still live. Roxy with one just off the post. And, wow, what a huge push. And just a turning it around here is the Sperm Whales, or I guess they really had it on the front the entire time, but really just taking the series, making it theirs.
That is a terrifying stat to read in the chat. I just saw Nitro put in, Jungle Chally team wins 2 against Dylon. Dylon against Elite and Master Tier 0 losses.
Incredible.
Oh.
Bang.
We need to... Are you sure we can't do Night of the Roxy Berry?
I mean,
I feel like I'm a little old.
That's
this
long.
reference, but like...
It is a little old. That movie came out the year after I was born. So, and I'm 26. So it's not like I'm not very... Not like... It's Will Ferrell. I mean, it's got to be a classic.
There's no plot. It's just Will Ferrell literally just being just dumb.
It gets an 11 on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's exactly what I'm sure I can imagine that it is, which means it's probably very funny to the right people, but
it's so bad.
Oh, wow. And it goes in. That one also very funny to the right people. Definitely a good look here for the Jungle to get the monkey off their back a little bit here in game number 2, showing a sign of life, giving us something to talk about that's not Will Ferrell. And, yeah, it's now the long road to climb back into this one. It's just halftime, boss. And it's just a 2-goal deficit now for the Lemurs. They've really got to find another gear here, but now the door is open.
For sure, and they've definitely shown that they can put shots on net. They had a good accumulation of it, I should say, after last game. But they're still kind of looking for their footing. 3 shots on net already, 1 goal converting. Not a terrible shooting percentage. Ooh, awkward spot. Roxy chooses not to touch and let Maddie go for it. Buck's now going to have a lot more time on their hands to look for the center. Roxy's already there, but the deep clear by Super is going to put this in a flip the script moment. Roxy able to win that 50 against. Buck takes another 50 here with Bulby. Super can't elevate quickly as Buck is able to get over the top. If Bulby can't get a touch, they do. I thought for a second there that ball was going to go over Bulby, get to Buck, and then get a redirect goal to go 4-1, but well played by Bulby.
Oh, Roxy, that's just unfair. I mean, that's just a free play goal there. It was probably going off the crossbar and out, so I guess you can make an argument that going for this here, yeah, nope, that's just a good old-fashioned goal steal from Roxy Burr. One for the highlight reel, and a 4-1, a 3-goal lead once again for Whale defense here. Sperm Whales have been just unstoppable here, and it is a back-to-back showing out from the Whale defense franchises. It really has been their night. Back-to-back-to-back.
For sure. Buck quickly turns. Super, though, able to split this and drop it for Bulby. Bulby deletes Roxy. With Maddie and Roxy removed, they've got a chance to let Super kind of think about it and cook for a second. Bulby looking for an off-the-backboard touch to Super, but it's cleared away by Maddie. The great read off of what could have been an incredible team play. Buck takes the rip, lets it just fly. It's now 5-1 in game 2, and my man, this has been all Whale defense all night.
Pinch clear all the way down the field, and Buck out, like you said, flying down the pitch, just gets there for the put away. And yeah, it has been it's not been the even series that we were kind of hoping we would see at the beginning of all this, boss, when we were thinking that we would see a nice bunch of nice even ones. Instead, we got a game going, or a series going all the way to 5 in the first one, and now a 3-0 sweep, and potentially what could turn into a 3-0 sweep unless we see the Lemurs come out with a completely different look as we gear up for game 3. Super actually saves that from going in. He got the bump on Roxy and then killed the ball right at the edge of the box. 10 seconds left. Buck throws one into the corner of the orange side. Super lets it get away from him. Roxy across. Maddie just lurking. Will opt for the safer touch. Bulby will get the long clearance, and Sergeant Pickle's going to have one last look. Not going to go. And it'll come all the way out. A pride goal here with zeros on the clock. Garbage time epitomized for the Jungle. But I guess it's a little bit. He'll take it. It's a goal in the bank. But now it's all game 3.
That could be a morale swing. I'm just saying. You get that one last goal, remind yourself that, you're there, you've got a chance to come back. This could be a good turning point for the Lemurs. Feed on the momentum from that last goal and hopefully swing into game 3 with just a little bit more confidence, and maybe they can outpace this Sperm Whales team and, steal the game here.
Yeah, and in chat right now, Unexpected pulling for his boys, saying Lemurs reverse sweep. We're going to get gambling up for game 3 here very quickly. Make sure you get your points in. Could be the last match of the night. Who knows? Could be the one to take the cake if we see another standout performance from Roxy Burr. I definitely think that it'll be going in favor of the Sperm Whales. They've just kind of been unstoppable. 4 goals, 6 no. There we go. 4 goals, 6 shots, 1 save. I can read the stats. It's still dominant performance. Again, now I can say carrying, and I feel like it maybe makes a little bit more sense in the just putting the other teammates on their back. It's a cycle for Buck, but Roxyberg gets it done just all over the field. And now as we head into what could be our final game, you got to find a way to shut them down if you're the Lemurs, boss. Just have to find a way to keep them off the ball.
Oh, for sure. And what's wild is the score doesn't reflect the shot total, right? Because the Sperm Whales have taken 9 shots that last game, 6 of which coming from Roxyburg, of course. But Bolby, Sergeant Pickle, and Super peppered the heck out of the Sperm Whales goal. They took 10 shots. And I think, quite frankly, if they can get 30-40% of those to fall, there's a really good chance that this high-paced offense could turn into a solid game here.
Just got to find those couple extra spots. They will have the opportunity to do so here. What could be the last game of our first ever RSC franchise fight night. The bragging rights and the punishment have already been awarded here, so the series just for pride, but a 3-0 sweep of the opening franchise fight night for the Whale Defense is not too shabby, I wouldn't say, and Dylon probably pretty pleased with both his team's play and his own play over the course of the night. Sperm Whales spend their first 30 seconds again just peppering the net. There's one that will be just barely saved away by Super, but just so much time and space for the Sperm Whales to do pretty much whatever it is they want, boss. They've got complete control of this.
For sure. Maddie, trying to get it centered up here, deletes Sergeant Pickle to offer a unfortunate touch, but Roxy's there to recover. Super has the ball, has control, gets past one, almost get triple touch to get it in for the opening goal. With a minute left, we are still tied 0-0. Super trying to elevate and beat Roxy, is able to split the 50. Super slaps it down to Sergeant Pickle, but it's cut out by Maddie. Roxy is looking for the center pass. It's cut out once again. This Lemurs team is definitely coming out swinging a lot harder than Game 2.
Yeah, I mean, they've kept their noses clean here through the first third, still tied 0-0. They've kept Roxy without just one shot on the frame so far, so not shotless, but definitely quieted it down a little bit. Super turns one over top here. Roxy gets 50'd away. Sergeant Pickle will dive out for the first touch. Maddie with a shot saved away by Bolby. Super's got to be up because Roxy's there for another try, and the ball's going to stay in the orange half here. Maddie, full boost, centering pass, and not going to find anybody in a blue car. It's just Bolby to guide it away. Now it'll be Roxy off the ceiling looking for another full fill-up there, and instead it'll fall to Maddie to get goal number 1. Roxy doesn't get the highlight reel finish, but it's a goal nonetheless for the Whale Defense. A highlight reel pass.
It is. It's just an incredible pass. Definitely opens up the pitch pretty well for the shot. I love seeing that solid transition for the stream. Looking great on the overlay, my man. And I just want to ask Taz now, once he's done with this birthday dinner, and be like, hey, man, did you have Bacchus mod on?
110%. We need to make sure that that's figured out. Because I just hope it wasn't just me being forehead.
Ooh, Super, Bolby, both playing up pretty far. The 50 split, though, not very favorable for this Lemurs team, as Maddie's going to be able to take this the other way and quickly establish a counterattack. Buck passing at center. Roxy looking for the high pound of the bar down ski, but can't quite get it. Holy heck. Sergeant Pickle is going to try and hopefully lead this team out of what a bump. Roxy Burr slapping the goalkeeper away like they're not even weighted. Holy heck.
Whack. Absolute domination there from Roxy Burr on the goal line. It's wide open, and a no doubt putback for Maddie is going to make it 2-0 as we're just over the halftime line. It begins to really look like it's starting to get away from the Lemurs, but the passing attack of the Sperm Whales is just so terrifying to stare down. It feels like every second touch they're looking infield, trying to find those extra passing and shooting lanes just to really open themselves up to the goal. And then after you get all that, sometimes it just takes a little bit of muscle grease, a little bit of elbow grease on the goal line to get it done. Roxy does just that and continues to turn in, I think, easily the MVP performance here. A little bit of a lapse. It's one on the board for the Lemurs and a sign of life once again, but I feel like we've said that a couple of times tonight, Boston. It's not ended up well for the Lemurs.
Not at all, but you know, that touch could potentially be the spark they need. Now they're only down by 1. It's a very solid game on the books. Minute 39 left to be played. They're going to want to hurry up and take possession here. Don't want to let Maddie potentially pass it over to Roxy, who's looking center. Roxy stops, pops, and gets it over 1, but can't get it over 2. I saw my own life flash before my eyes as Roxy took control of that ball. They've been lethal all game, all series, all 2 series. Holy heck, I gotta take that in for a second.
Right?
What a stellar pass. Cut out, though. Not sure about that little doink there. Probably something a little lighter would have been very favorable. Might have been what they were going for. Looking for its center. Maddie clears it back into the other corner. Sergeant Pickle is going to have to opt to leave this here. Roxy popping it over. Bulby gets the second touch. It's over. Super. That could be the dagger.
Elite player Roxy. Elite. These are the master teams. Supposed to be the master teams. Roxy's just like Roxy. It's got an anonymizer on. Doesn't really matter who's on the pitch. Just hit the ball. It's free play with a bunch of bots on the field. Just go put the ball in the back of the net. Sperm Whales with 45 seconds left, looking like they're going to take their second of 2 sweeps on the night. And with 35 on the clock, Buck will be just barely turned aside by a big 50 there. Lemurs hunting for maybe one more to make it interesting, but not even really able to generate a shot on frame until that one gets ripped in from Bolby. It's off target. Maddie doesn't even get a save because it hits the backboard first, and looking like it is going to be the Sperm Whales that take it here in the Master Series as well. 3-0s in Master and in Elite for the for Whale Defense, and then a win in 5 in Challenger, and it's not over yet. 2 seconds. You're telling me there's a chance. Classic OT no balls call in chat. Oh, we're going to let them have it. Oh, and they're just going to let it touch down. Man.
I thought we were going to get to see it, but instead, no. Jeez.
They didn't want to chance it.
You know, I got to say, though, I really like letting them at least take the chance and going for it. It is pretty nifty. But, my man, that is one heck of a way to wrap up the first franchise fight night. We've had, you know, our struggles here and there, but we've gotten through it. It's been a really solid set of RSC matches. Three matches tonight, and we're wrapping up things at around 10:13 Eastern. I really, really do love the concept of doing it this early and getting done early on a Friday night. You know, allows us to go on and do other things with the rest of our day.
I think definitely could be something that we can continue to implement maybe a couple times a season. Just get some of these feature matchups out here and get them in a prime time slot. And get some more eyes on, and never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing. We definitely still need to come up with a name at some point to call Mr. Unexpected and go from there. Apparently my name is too long. But
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
it is a long name. Because typing it in on because they're gonna have to have the same name in Rocket League
True, it does
during
need to
matches
fit.
to not get a strike, and that is a long name.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
long
we'll
one.
figure it out. We'll figure it out. But for everybody who's tuned in, I have been Boss Radala. This has been HUD casting with me as always. Man is here for in perpetuity. But we will catch y'all probably Monday on Match Day 5.
See you then.